Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Thanks, Mr. Azim. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so good evening everyone once again. Yeah, so we'll just continue with our dashboard. So we've been able to, let's go to the requirements. I think we've been able to do this one. Let me go in this as well. Maximum casualties by road type. Okay, maybe we can check this one out and fix this one. So again, I'll go back to the database. Let's see where we have the road type. Where do we have the road type? Road type, yeah. Okay, I think this is the road type. So we have dual carriageway, one-way street, and I think we have banks here too. Let me check. Right, we have bank here. That's about 1,000 plus entry. So maybe we can do the same thing, by replacing this as unknown. So let's do this again. I'm going to try to replace this as unknown on no, yeah. So I'll replace this blank value again, replace everything. Yeah, that's correct. So if I remove the filter, so we can now use our pivot table to get this data out. Same thing the way we did for others. Let me go to the analysis. Let me just scroll down. Yeah, maybe I can copy this pivot table here. Let me copy this one. I paste it here. And I can transform, remove some of those ones here. I don't need this vehicle type. I'll remove it. It's taking some time to load. Okay.
Sir, please can you go back to what you pressed to get the pivot table out?
Okay.
Was that a slicer, right?
No, I copied the pivot table. So once I'm inside the pivot table, this pivot table analyzer and design will always activate for me. If I click outside now, the pivot analyzer and design has gone, and that means I'm no longer within a pivot table. But I'll try to place my active cell within this pivot table, and that's when this pivot table analyzer will come in. Then I can click here, pivot table analyzer, and I'll see these options, different options that I can do with this pivot. So what I actually need is to bring out the feed list, which is here for me. Bring out the feed list, and I have this. So sometimes these pivot table fields, you will have yours, embedded in somewhere here. What I normally do is I prefer to bring it out, from this corner here and be able to see what I'm doing, at a glance rather than trying to come here all the time. So that's why my mine is showing like this. Is that clear, sir?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so again, I'll remove this vehicle type. What we need here is the road type. So just bring the road type again. And I have blank value here. So maybe what I need to do, I need to refresh this pivot table. I just need to refresh this pivot table so that the new data can take effect. So just refresh. Let me just refresh that. Right, okay. So I think it worked now. Let me minimize this, close this one. So I have, let me just rename this as road types, and I'll put a space so that, because if I try to, rename this particular column here as the same variable I have in my data set, pivot table is not going to allow that. So I can just put a space, after typing row types, put a space there so that I can rename this appropriately. Now I have this same thing we do, I'm going to call up all this value out. Let me equals to dual carried away, and I can drag this one down here. let me also link the values outside here. This again, I will try and do this formula so that I can reference the cell. Just have this deleted. Click on this, B38, and I can drag this value down here. Okay, so this is what I need to do. I need to use to create my chart. So in this case, I'm going to create let's see, I'm going to create a bar chart. Let me look at all the recommended charts. Okay, maybe we can use this one here. We can make use of this. Of course, again, I'm going to delete the title, and for some reason, let me try and sort this. I'm going to sort this from the largest to the smallest in this case, so that I can have the charts in a more decent arrangement. So let me see, sort largest to smallest. Oh, I want the other way around. Okay, yeah, so I can go ahead now, copy this, take it to my dashboard, just paste it here. So again, I'm going to duplicate this our background here. I need to select, okay, I need to duplicate this background. I can put this here. Let me reduce the size. Reduce the size here and try to bring this. So in this case, I need to bring this chart forward. I need to change the order. So I can right click this now and say, you know what, bring this to the front for me. And this is it here. So I can fix this properly. Maybe I can reduce this one. Maybe I should just reduce this chart. So let me reduce the text. I'll reduce the text and I'll also reduce the chart. Okay, this still works. I'll put this here. Make this align. Again, I can put this here, put this properly. All right. Okay. So again, I'll need to format this, remove the background fill, shape fill, remove this, no fill, shape outline, no outline. Then I can change this text here. I'll change this to a form of like an off-white color. Where do I have the text? Okay, I'll go see that in the home. I want this to show. Yeah, this is it. I don't want this line. I can just click on this line and have it deleted. Again, I want to change this value, this bar here. Maybe I want something like I want to maintain this same off-white color that we are using. So I can go to format as well, shape fill, maybe something, let me see, maybe something like this. Yeah, let's say something like this. Then I want to increase, the size of the column a bit. It's too tiny, so I can modify this a bit. So to do that, I'm going to double click on this, and I have my gap width series overlap. So I want to increase this gap width a bit. So if I try to increase this, okay, that means I need to reduce it. Maybe I can put it as 60 something. I think this is it's becoming too big. It's too big. I'll just reduce this, reduce it like this. Okay. And again, we can remove this horizontal axis value here. We can remove this since we are going to put data label this chart. So we can do that. Click this and enable the data label. Where is the data label? Okay, seems the color is, let me try and change the color of the text. Let's say, yeah. But here now, We did something the last time when we are looking at this monthly trend, where we change the formatting of this value as maybe to show in maybe what was it called, in thousand, which is K in this case. So let's try and implement the same thing for this as well. So I'll go back to my analysis. So what I want to do is I want to format this value here. I can right click on this or press my Ctrl+1. So I'll go to the format cells option here. Then I'll go to the custom here. And what we want to do is we want 2 decimal places, and maybe it should show the value in thousand, which is in K, what we want to represent this. So I'll click on this one and I'll put a comma to this and type K. Yeah. So it's going to change all those value. You can see now I now have it as this is 1.92, K, this 1,000, 4.68 thousand, 7.39 thousand. So if I go back to my dashboard now, I think this is more way better than the way it was looking with those figure. Again, I think I can remove this vertical line here. Let me go to format, shape fill, no, shape outline, no outline. And I think this is better as well. So I can make this look like this. So it's way more better than the other one. So I think this is clear. Are we good?
Yeah, a lot of steps, but hopefully we'll go back to the recording. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to go back on any one of them? Maybe too fast.
There are a lot of steps anyway. It's like sometimes the brain cannot get it all at once. But if
Okay.
you want,
Okay.
if you feel you still have time, really, and you want to go
Okay.
back and do
Okay.
it,
Okay. We can come back to it later.
okay.
Because I want us to finish this whole session this week. Let me just expand this. And so this is gonna be based on the requirements, maximum casualties by row type. So I'll just copy this, go back to my dashboard. I can make use of this text box here. Just brings this one here. And then I can just change, monthly. Sorry, this should be maximum by, let me capitalize each of these row type. So I can place this here as well. I'll place this one here. Okay, this makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. So going back to our requirement, let me go on this one again. Distribution of total casualties by road surface. So again, let's go back to our database and look for this particular column. Road surface. Where do we have road surface? Yeah, road surface here as well. So we have, again, we have different types of road surface. So based on what we discussed earlier, let's find the unique value in this range as well, so that we can do some. Let me come here. I'm going to use the equals to unique. I'm going to use the unique the column. Let me look at the column, which is road surface. Sorry. Okay. So we have dry. Of course, the dry will always remain dry. We have wet or damp. So maybe this one, yeah, we can have this one as damp as well, as wet. Let's call this wet. I'm gonna call this wet. Frost or ice. Maybe we can say. And any suggestion? I just want to restrict this maybe to Okay, frost or ice. Maybe I can say, okay, frost / snow, and use this. And this will also be frost. Make use of this, represent this. Then flood or over 3 centimeter deep, I can call this as wet as well. And this one will remain my unknown, right? Okay. Do we agree with this?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, but the frost or ice and the snow. Okay, you're trying to group them together, right? In the same
Yeah,
category.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
it's fine. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to our data, sorry, our analysis again. I will try and copy this, go down. So this is our working sheet. So of course, we can do anything to this and
Oh, yep. Okay.
I think somebody mutes me. I don't know. I was muted somehow. Okay. I'll remove this row type. So what we are looking for is, let me go back again. Road surface. Okay, we are looking for road surface. This one here. Okay. Yeah. So this again, we are going to do the same thing that we did earlier when we are, in I think the vehicles grouping it together. So I would add the same thing. In that case, I'm gonna bring what we did here so that I can have this handy. I can have this one handy. Let me just paste this as value here. Okay. So again, I'm gonna create a new item here by grouping anything anywhere I see this frost or ice. I'm gonna group them together as frost / snow. So again, I'll go to my pivot analyzer, go to the field items option here. So what do I want to do? I need an item. So I need to make sure that it's within where I have my variable. So let me rename this road surface. Right. So I need to change calculated item. So what I want in this case is I want wet. I want wet first. So I'm picking flood plus wet or damp. I'm picking this as my wet. Okay. Do I have that now? Yes, I have that. So I can remove, uncheck wet or damp, flood. I can remove this. So I have this. So one more to go. This frost or ice and snow, I also want to make it as one item. I'll go here again under the feed item and set option here. Calculated item. I'll call this my frost or snow. So it can either be of these two. Again, from the formula here, I'll erase this, my equals to. I want to pick this one and the snow here, right? That's what I want to do. And I click my OK here. Okay, so I have that as well. So I can come here and remove the filter, remove this, uncheck this, uncheck this, uncheck this. So I have this. So this is what I want to use, for my charts. Let me take away this. So again, I'm going to reference this reference dry. Then I can bring this down here, the values, this, and again, I will edit this formula to reference the cell itself. which is this, and I'll drag this down. Let me drag this down. So I have values here, my variable and my values. Let's convert this into a chart. Go to insert. Let's look at what type of recommended chart can we use. I think the one I did earlier, I use a tray map here. I use something like this. So are we okay to use this same thing, or maybe there is any let me see, do we have any other charts we can use? I don't think this, no, we can't use this one. So using pie charts in this case, we already have more than 3 variables, so it is not always recommended when we have more than 3 variables to use either a donut chart or a pie chart. So I'm going to stick with that rules. So pie chart is out here. I'm not going to use the pie chart or donut chart. Let's look at this. This is not speaking good. No, I'm not saying. I think I'll just go with this. This as well is more than 3. I don't think this is really, because one of the, when we are building visuals, let aesthetics prevail. Sorry, let functionality prevails aesthetics. That at least, even though you have a beautiful chart, a beautiful visuals, but if you have to explain that visuals, that means it's not good. It's not worth it, to using something is beautiful, but you have to explain it. People cannot comprehend, cannot understand what you are trying to pass. So in that case, I think I'll just go back and use this tree map here. Yeah, at least for now. I'll go back here and use this. I can delete this chart type too. Let me just put this within this here. I copy this, go back to my dashboard. I can put that here. So again, I'm going to duplicate this our background. I want to try and maintain, maybe I should reduce this a bit. Let me reduce this one a bit so that I can, oh, sorry. I want to reduce this. I can reduce this, yeah. So this, let me try and drag this here. I want to try and manage the space. This one here. Then manage this. So I can reduce this and reduce this one too. Okay. This can come here. This can also be here. This can also be here. Yep. So I can place this to be aligned with this. So now my tree map will come here. Again, I'm going to bring it to the front. Bring this to the front. I'll apply the same formatting, shape fill, no, shape outline, no. And the variable here, the legend, maybe I can put that as, maintaining the same off-white that we are using, or something. Yeah, maybe this. I'll go with this. Again, let's try and I take away this. If I take this legend, maybe I should remove this legend. Let me remove it and see how. Yeah, maybe I can remove it since the label are already there. I can, let me just assume that I will remove it. One more thing we need to do. Let me expand this again. Then I can play around with this color. Let me maintain the same, yeah, this other blue. Let me go, I'll go to home, sorry, formats, shape fill. Okay, no, this is the one I want to change. I'm not changing everything. Formats, maybe I pick a bit of this other blue here. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to put too much energy on this. I'll go back to my requirements, distribution of total by road service. So I can copy this. Let me copy this so that I can make use it. Before I go there, I'm going to grow it, go back to my dashboard, make use of this text box, right? I put this here, and then I can put my title here. Distribution of, maybe I don't need to even mention this distribution, just say total casualties by road surface. Again, I'll capitalize each of this. Okay, right. So I think we have one more to go. Okay, two more rather. Relationship between casualties by area, location, and by day or night. So maybe we can pick the area, which is either urban or rural. Maybe we just pick this, and then we can pick, I think there is another one that says day or night. Maybe this one, yeah. We can pick this light condition as well. So we will just do two more visuals. Then I think we should be, yeah. Or what do we think? Are we okay with that? So we just do this light condition and the area either urban, and maybe whether we have is daylight or is in the dark, as the case may be here.
What's the requirement again?
So the requirement says relationship between casualties by area. So we are trying to get, okay, how many, what can we say about the casualties in terms of area and location? Is it the rural areas, if you want to use the area in this case, or is it the urban that we're having this, these cases too much? Then another one is by day or night. Is it during the day we are having these issues, or is it by the night? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So I think we can just use a donut chart, this, or a pie chart, because these are just two variables. So again, let's go to our database and look at that particular. So we have rural or urban. Let's check the column where we do, okay, there is no blank. So we can go back to our working sheet. Again, I'll just copy this, come somewhere here. Go to my pivots analyzer, feed list. I'll take away this, and again, I can bring my urban or rural area. Yeah. So I have this, and again, I'm going to do the same thing. Rural, maybe, yeah. Don't let me use this. I think I should just reference so that to be a bit consistent. Reference this equals to this, equals to this, and I'll transform this. Excuse me. Maybe in this case, let me transform this into a percentage, equals to this divided by this plus this. I'll change this here. Then the same thing equals to this divided by this plus this. Sorry. Change this to percentage, reduce decimal, and I can make use of this. I can make use of this two here as my chart, my donut chart. Yeah. Again, I can remove this title. reduce this so that I can place it somewhere here. Copy this, go back to my dashboard. Then I can paste that somewhere down here. And I think we still have enough space down. We still have enough space down. Yeah, but for now, I'm going to do that. Copy this, bring this somewhere here. I'm going to bring this here. Can bring this to the front. Again, I'm going to apply the same formatting, shape fill, no fill, shape outline, no, click inside here, shape outline, no outline. Again, I want to increase this a bit. Let me reduce this to 70. I think we are using 17. Again, I want to change the color a bit. Maybe I can find something like this. And this other one, I can use something like this other one. Yeah, I can change this legend, change the text to maybe something like this. Yeah, this is okay. Can expand this, yeah. And again, I'm going to copy this text box, make use of this text box, put this here. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that we finish this dashboard today. If I'm rushing by road, can make use of this. Right, go back to my dashboard, copy and paste. I have this here, say area, okay. So this should be area, not location now. Yeah. So again, let me duplicate this, put this somewhere here. And we can do the same thing for the day and night. So let's go back to I'm gonna copy this. Let me have this copied. Paste this here. I'll remove this urban or rural. So we have that particular column. Where do we have it? Where do we have it? I think I need to go back to the database so that I can see that variable. Okay, light conditions. Okay. Light conditions. Where are you? Okay, here. Okay. So again, I'm going to put all this darkness. I'm going to put it as 1. Yeah, I'm going to create a new item. Pivot analyzer, field item, calculated item here. So I'm going to call this dark. Maybe I just use, okay, let me just use darkness here. Then I'll put everything that has to do with darkness. For this, put this, put this. Then I'll hit my OK. Okay, so I can uncheck all this one, uncheck this, uncheck this, uncheck this, uncheck this, and I have these two here. It could either be daylight or darkness, which is in the night. So again, I can reference this daylight, reference this as well, reference this equals to this, equals to this. Yeah. Let me try and do this without converting into percentage. I think this should still work. Wow, all right. Makes sense then. So I think I'll just, for the purpose of our time, I'll just go with this. Same thing, put this here, copy, go back to my dashboard, can put this here. Again, I can format shape fill, no fill, shape outline, no outline. I expand this a bit. Again, I want to remove this outline shape here, no outline. And again, I'll also try and increase the size, of this, reduce the size of this O so that I can increase the size of the pie. Not in this case. I'll reduce this to 70. Try and format this, format this color. I'm going to use, be a little bit consistent with the, oh, sorry. This, I'm gonna use this, then this other one. I'm going to use the other dark here. Okay. Let me copy this and put here. Let me change this. Okay. I'll go to the requirements, copy this so that I can put it as the title of my chart here. So casualties by, in this case, is by day or night. Okay. So copy this here. Okay. Right. Okay. I think one more last thing. Let's create like a slicer, because I think one of the requirements is that they want to see this monthly trend. Okay, where is that? I think there's something to talk about monthly trend. Yeah. So excuse me, we can create a slicer somewhere here so that they can make use of that slicer, if they want to see, oh, on this particular month, let's see, how, and we can connect that same slicer, we can connect it with this entire, entire visuals, entire dashboard. So let's go and create, I'm gonna make use of this one, pivot analyzer, insert. In this time around, I'm going to use a timeline inside a timeline, and what I want is the accident date. So just pick this. Excuse me. I'm going to copy this away, or maybe I'll even cut it away from here. Go to my dashboard, have it pasted here. Again, we can do some formatting with this slicer again. So how can we do that? We'll create our own design. So this is the timeline here, and we can create our own design, when we come to this timeline styles. So you see, if I try to use this, it's not consistent with what we have, with the formatting we have been using. We can go ahead and create our own style here. So let's create our own style. So if you look at this option here, it's saying, excuse me, the whole timeline. So for this whole timeline now, we want to format it. Okay. We want to format this. I want to try to move this, this zoom icon here is distracting me. Okay, yeah. So I want, let's say I want to fill this. I want to maintain the same color we've been using. Let's say I fill this something like this, right? Okay, I want to fill that. You can see. So as I am changing it, I'm seeing how my slicer is going to look. So this is exactly what we want. Yeah. The header, I'll go and look at the header again. I want the header, the title of this header to appear white. Here you can see it, it's a bit tiny, but it's going to be in black. So I don't want that. I'll go to the format again. I want this to appear as off-white. That's the text. Oh, sorry. That should be the font. Yeah, the font here. I want the font to appear as this same off-white that we've been using, and I want a size of 12. Let's go. You can see that this is the way it's going to look like. Again, if I go to the selection label, which is this, if I click on the format as well, the selection label, the font, again, I want to change it to be a little bit of this off-white here. If I click on OK, and you can see, as I'm making the effect, it's changing here. Time level, let's look at the time level. The time level, again, I want to change that to be this other off-white color. Yeah, I'll maintain the same 9. Period label 1, at least I can change this to month, I can change it to year, I can change it to quarter. So let me see how that is going to be. I want this same off-white color. Period level 2, I want the same thing, the same off-white color this here. And selected time block. Okay. So the selected time block is if I select, August, this is how it's going to look. So this means that this white here is what I selected. So let's see how we can format that. Maybe I can format that a little bit of maybe something like, oh no, let's use this and see how this is going to look like. Okay. I think this is not bad, or maybe let me change it to the other one. Something like this. Okay, let's go with this. Unselected one, that should be a form of, yeah, I think I'll leave it like this. I'll leave it this. Let me go back to the selected time block. I think I want to change this a bit to this color here, right? Okay, so if I okay this now, you will see, so this timeline style, let's name it my style. Okay, I'm going to name this as my style. Then I'll click on okay. So if I should go here, I should be able to see my style here now. So you can see, you can see the way our slicer is now looking, which is way, way better than using any of these follow-come styles. So we've been able to transform this style here, this slicer, to go along with our format, be consistent with the color, the way we are using it, and you can see it here. So I can just put this one here. And if I try to apply this now, you can see some of them is working for some of those things, but it's not working. So we can do that by going to the report connections here. So I'll remove the filter. I'll go to report connections. So you can see these are all the pivot table we have here. We have pivot table 1, pivot table 2, pivot table 12. So I can checking this, keep checking this, I can keep checking this, keep checking this, keep checking this, keep checking this. Now, so if I apply any of this filter now, so it's going to work around my entire data set. So that's how it's going. But one thing we want to do, we don't want this trend. We don't want this trend for some reason. We don't want it to be filtered. So we can try and locate the pivot table that is controlling this monthly trend. So let's do some findings quickly. I'll go to the analysis. Let's look for that pivot table. I think it's somewhere around left here. Yeah. So this is the pivot table. Let's get the name. So this is the pivot table 5. and this is pivot table 4 and 5. So for some reason, we don't want this trend to, once we have applied the filter, the slicer rather. So I'm going to go back now, go to my slicer, right? Now go to my report connections. So that's 2 particular pivots. I'll just uncheck them, uncheck this, then I'll click my OK. Right. So let me view this in full screen mode. Okay. Before I do that, I want to increase this a bit, maybe I should just maintain, this full screen mode. Okay, yeah. So, okay, this is our dashboard. This is our end product now. So I can come here, and filter. Let me see, maybe I want to see July. I want to see, oh, why is this still, for some reason, I'm still having this filter. Okay, I think I applied the wrong one. It seems it's the wrong one. I know we did another one that has two. This is it. This is the one I'm supposed to remove. Which is, let me quickly get the name of that pivot. Apologies for taking a long time today. I just want to make sure we end this one. Okay, so those pivot 10. Let me go back. I'm gonna go back to the dashboard. Why is this formula so big? I don't want this. Oh no. I'm just gonna pivot 10 quickly, report connections. This is pivot 10. Yeah, this should work now. So again, this is our final products. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. And I think this is, where we stop this series of this dashboard analysis in Excel using this particular road accident data set. So any question? Sorry for taking too much of our time. Hello, am I being heard at all?
Thanks. You can stop recording now while we ask our questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just stop recording.
Where is my Zoom? Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, for some reason I'm not seeing.
Okay, it's gonna be somewhere.
I'm not seeing that floating object anymore.
Okay, do you have like tabs open, upward or downward, like on top or below?
This is not good. This is why this Zoom is messing me up this evening.
Oh.
Okay.
If you found it.
No. If I
do you have tabs opened?
No, if I try to close the Zoom, it say I want to leave the meeting. Maybe I will leave and join back. Yeah.